Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. My name is Tracy and this is day 17 of Veda. So I was outside and then it got kind of overcast. There's a real strong wind today, but it's not down on the ground, which is odd. It's up in the trees. So you could hear it making a whoosh sound, but there was no wind when you were out there, which was weird. But the clouds are really moving across the sky, and I really thought that meant the sun wouldn't come back out again. But now I'm sitting in the living room. It's lovely and sunny outside, so maybe I should have persevered, but I don't know. It's just what's going on with the weather. It's like crazy out there. One minute it looks like it's going to rain, and the next minute it's lovely and sunny. But it was kind of nice this morning. It was really sunny for a while, and I should have done my Veda then. But I got a bit sidetracked today. But I did sit out there for a little while, and the little robin that comes to see me every day is getting more and more daring. Comes really close to me now. I don't know, just kind of cute, really. It's lovely to see all the wildlife out there and around here. It's one of the things I love, that and the sea. So what did I get sidetracked with, I hear you ask? Well, I made the baby mittens yesterday because I've been asked to do some baby stuff, and I used to make quite a lot of baby booties and that sort of thing. So I thought to go with the mittens I'd try to make some booties. So I've made a sole. It looks a little on the large side. I'm making it with DK, and it's 0 to 6 months. Okay, so like the mittens really kind of 0, I'd say 3 months, but it's kind of long. I don't know. It's not too long. I mean, I suppose the whole thing's 4 inches. But whereas I would normally, this is the sole, that's the right side of the work. Normally that would be the bottom, but I've turned it so that I can work through the back loops, and I've got this ridge so that the actual side of the bootie can come up. Just noticed how long my nails are getting. I cut them off a little while ago. So sorry, got sidetracked. So yeah, I've got that far. But it's been so long since I've made any that I'm kind of having to teach myself all over again, if you know what I mean. And I used to have them so I could just make them without even writing it down or anything. But I thought it'd be kind of cool as well to show you how I do my patterns and designing. It's just a bunch of scribble. I mean, it's like a shorthand. Only I can really kind of decipher it, I guess. But I just write it down as a big scribble. And so when people have said to me in the past, you know, do you ever sell your patterns? No. they'd need sorting out into kind of like sane English and, you know, making into pattern speak, and I've never really been bothered to do it. I guess I should have done it, but I've never been one for Etsy or the other thing. What's it called? Ravelry and all of those things. So I thought I'd also show you how my summer tops come in. I'm doing the zip join, and I'm using the pink, obviously you can see, to join them. So that will be, if you can imagine, the top like that, and the straps will come from here. Obviously it's a little bit short in body, so it's not for me. This wouldn't even cover one of the girls. So yeah, I've got to make it a little bit bigger. I don't want it to be obscene, and I've got a few ideas of how I'm going to tackle it. I shall probably do a bit of tackling, a bit of frogging. So on the odd occasion that I did used to print out my patterns, I used to put them, oopsie, I don't know what that was, probably my hook. I used to put them in a binder, a bit like this, you know, where you can they have their own things, and then I just sort of write them down and print them out. And some of these are patterns from when I was young and I used to crochet. I'll show you one of them. This is like a vintage pattern that I had when I was a kid, you know, and learning to crochet. Look at the state of that. And this is how I learned. My mum would get me a pattern and make it with me, and wow, look, it's so old, it's kind of discoloured. So yeah, mostly if I've got any patterns, that's what they're like. See if I've got any more. There's a Sirdar one. This is a really old one. Obviously haven't done anything in 3-ply for a very long time, but I can remember making that for my niece. Ha! Isn't it funny when you're looking at old stuff? God knows, these are really old. Some of these. There's another one. This one's kind of old, and I did make this one for my niece. In fact, I think my pattern has seen better days, and this is like a print out of it. But yeah, I made that little dress. Didn't make the little thingy though. I didn't want to make that, and I know I made this one. I made this dress. Oh wow, I made that dress. But these are very old, and this one I made both of these. I did change them though. Whenever I'd make anything, I made this one, but I changed it. I didn't do 2 colours, and it looked better all in one colour. All in pink, that one. And I don't know if I made that one though. But yeah, these are really old. These are what my mum got me. How about that? Really ancient history. But yeah, oh, and the blanket that I made. Yeah, kind of, you know, I'll put a link in, actually. I'll put a little thing up. The very first blanket that I ever made is there, and some of my minion bits and pieces, but it's not in very good order. And I know I made this one. Wow. And that one, a robin one. I'll show you. Where are we? Let's get that one out. I know I made that. And oh wow, it's heavy. And I absolutely made that several times. So yeah, loads of my patterns in here. Like I used to take a picture and write it up, but it wasn't so that anyone else could understand it. Sorry. Anyway, that's enough of that. So I thought I'd just show you some of my my old stuff. Isn't that kind of funny? I mean, some of those things I made when I was a teenager. It's weird, isn't it? Well, probably younger, because you know my brother and sister are 11 and 9 years older than me, and they had their children early. I mean, very early. So you know, I was making stuff for them when I was, well, probably 9, 10, 9. When my niece was born, I was 9, and I made stuff for her. It's weird, isn't it, when you look back? Good Lord. Anyway, so I've got my drink with me. I did have a tea earlier, and I was going to do this outside, but I didn't like it, and by the time I came in, really, it was time to just drink the tea down. But so I've got a nice cold drink instead. I'm annoyed with myself in a way, because I thought, you know, I got up really early this morning. I set my alarm because I was awake late, and I made Gary's lunch, and I had to wait for it all to cool down, so I didn't get to bed till probably gone 2, probably about 1:30. And so I thought, I don't want to I've got a fly in here. I don't want to get up late, so I set my alarm for 9:30. I thought that's the latest I really want to get up. So I managed to wake up naturally around 8 o'clock, and I thought, I'm not tired. I'll get up. This is good. I won't waste the day. I did waste the day, because I was watching TV, and I got into a program on Netflix, and that was it. I was just hooked on it, and I didn't think I liked it. It's from Sweden, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get into it. I tried to watch, what's it called? Fortitude. I think that's from Norway. I tried to watch that once, and I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into the different kind of, I guess the culture meant that their TV was different, and I know it sounds strange because it's their way of life, but it meant that what you're watching doesn't sit with believable. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Anyway, so I thought the same would be of this. I'm watching. It's called Caliphate, and I thought I'd watch it, and I didn't think I was going to like it. And then all of a sudden I was episode number 6. So I got into those characters, and I need to know what happens to them now. And yeah, so that was it, watching that. And looked at the time and I thought, oh my goodness, you know, you're just watching TV all day, and I didn't want to do that. So I started on the booty, thought I would be a bit more productive. So I looked at my email because I'm waiting for a delivery, and a fire pit is meant to be coming today. And I got that as an Easter present for Gary. And there's no email. You know, normally you get an email saying, you know, your delivery is expected today, or sometimes they even say it'll be with you between 1 and 6, but no, nothing. So I might have to check on it, check online. I don't know why, but I've not heard anything, and I definitely want that to arrive before we get good weather again. So every time I hear a big truck or something go by, I get a bit excited, and it's not. But sorry, I'm moving this tripod. I do apologise. It's my legs. I'm kind of fidgeting. So yeah, you think with a tiny little road like this, with hardly any houses down there, we wouldn't get this kind of traffic. But there's where we've got delivery lorries going a lot, or vans. But there's a digger that keeps going backwards and forwards. So I'm intrigued as to see what's happening down the end. But I live in hope that one day they'll smooth the road out. Guy next door used to do it all the time, but you know, he's not young, and he gets on a digger and he goes and smooths the road out from time to time. And then we get severe rains and it all goes to pot again. But in a way, traffic, when it does go by, goes down this road too fast. So if it wasn't such a bad road, it would just encourage them to do it even more, wouldn't it? They'd just think, yeah, let's get some speed up. And it's not good, because there's lots of animals here. There's lots of cats and dogs. There's loads of dogs. This is a dog road, you know, everyone's got dogs. So there's a few kids. So, you know, it's just not good to go that fast. And it kicks up so much dust. And Gary washed both cars the other day, and all I can see is just dust all over one of them already, because they go past so fast. It's like a dust storm whenever they do. And I can remember when nothing used to go by at all. But the other way, because there is a road that runs along the side. We know when I took you for a walk, you might have seen it. There's a road that goes that way. There's one at the end. It goes that way, and they're all dirt tracks. But there is another way to them, which you can get to. But that road is even worse. So it's even more holy and bumpy. So people tend to come around this way, I've noticed. So maybe the bumps are not such a bad thing after all. Otherwise they would be using it more. So yeah, I've got chicken today. Don't really know what to do with it other than just chicken and veggies, and have a good kind of wholesome meal. I've been getting some emails which are a recipe exchange from other YouTubers, which is really cool. I haven't had much chance to have a look at them. I should leave the TV alone and get onto that, because where's my iPad's over there. But I have an app on my iPad where I used to save my favourite recipes. If I found something that worked, or I always change them, you know. If I changed it and it worked even better the next time, I would save it on my app. And I think you have to pay for this app now, but when I got it, it was very early days. I'm not sure if I paid a couple of pounds for it so I didn't have to have the ads. Can't remember. But it's a really, really good app. And so my banana cake's on there. You take a photo and you upload it. So there's a lot of things on there. So I can always, you can print them out as well. So I could do that. But I shall have to get into that, doing some recipe exchanges, because that's kind of cool. You know, there's recipes coming from all over the world then, and that's fun. So I'll have to sort that out. So nothing really much else to tell you today. I've not got any further with my cushion. I haven't really touched this because I was making the baby mittens that somebody asked me to do, and I really don't want to leave this too long. Because you know what it's like, once you leave something too long, it's hard to pick it up again. And sometimes you never do. And that may be the fate of this booty if I'm not careful. Because I'm really at a loss of what to do with it next. I shall have to figure something out. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone. And, you know, don't take any risks, but try and stay positive and connected, because that's what's keeping us all going and getting us all through it. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You never know, you may get a notification or two. Maybe. So thank you very much. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.